Labor Minister Shane Gibson says assessing staff levels at the government and quasi-government organizations is a must. He told a press conference today that the big picture is all about consistency.
We want to look at having a manpower audit done and put together some organizational structure in every single ministry in the public service and also in all quasi-government corporations for us to really set out and fix, similar to what is done to some extent in the public service now, exactly what is required in each department, each corporation to run them effectively. If we need, for instance, in the customs department, if we need one controller, one deputy controller, 2 assistant controllers, X amount of superintendents, chief custom officers, straight down the line, so we'll know that once those positions are filled, then there will be no need for promotions or new hirings, as those positions will be filled already.
Now, Minister Gibson said officials are still working on a model for the audit, which will determine whether or not the public service is overstaffed, if human resources are properly placed, and will assess the temporary hires.
You have thousands of individuals in the public service who, some on week to week, some on month to month, temporary, different categories of workers, where it is our hope and desire that we are able to in the future, regularize all those persons. But right now, it's all a matter of dollars and cents. And so when you're talking about making persons permanent and pensionable, you're talking about giving them additional benefits that they're not entitled to now under their present status. And so if we're able to find the funding to do it, which I don't see it right now, based on the our expenditure right now up to date from the time the budget period started, then we will do it. But it's not going to be done before then. But our position is we know it must be done.
Police are still searching for the gunman who invaded a home in a Haitian village off Joe Farrington Road around 11 o'clock last night, shooting 3 people, one of them fatally. Assistant Commissioner of Police responsible for crime, Anthony Ferguson, says the motive was robbery.
The known gunman entered the residence of a Haitian resident on Joe Farrington Road, demanded cash and a handgun. During the process, shots were fired in the inside of the house, resulting in 3 persons being shot, 1 fatally. 2 persons are currently in the hospital. We have an active investigation that is ongoing. As indicated, there's a language barrier, and so as we move throughout the day, we should be able to get some more indication as to exactly what takes place.
Now, as we just told you, 1 man is dead following that incident, and another male and female are in serious condition in hospital. Ferguson made this appeal.
To kindly contact the police, 919, the crime tips number. As we always indicated, persons who can give us anonymous information, you can just pick the phone and ring the police control room, 919, and pass the information. We'd be more than happy to take action in this particular matter.
Police say they're seeing a decrease in serious crimes over the past 12 months.
And as Fern Carey reports, the Commissioner of Police telling reporters during a press conference at police headquarters today what contributed to that success.
Police say serious crimes against people and property decreased by 5% last year, but overall figures showing that crime is trending downward.
The arrest of these prolific offenders, serious offenders that are well known to us, who are still incarcerated, has led to the decreases in murders and other serious crimes, and the fact that many of them have died. And so what we're asking our young men to do is not to look at those people as heroes. We have a list that reads like, who's who in the Bahamas? And what is most disturbing is on both sides are grieving families.
Apart from a 13% decrease in murders last year compared to 2011, Police Commissioner Ellison Greenslade says there was a 9% decrease in rapes last year, followed by unlawful sexual intercourse and attempted rape, which were down 6% and 57% respectively. 1,023 people were also arrested last year for drug-related offenses. Meantime, complaints about alleged assaults by police officers are also being investigated.
Where officers have run afoul of the law, we have been decisive in dealing with them. We've allowed due process, and we have done due diligence to ensure that there's fairness on both sides. But I cannot, in good faith, ask for the support of the communities of the Bahamas and then turn on our people. I just cannot do it. I must also recognize the significantly good work done by police officers across the force, reserve officers, local constables, and civilian support staff members, the vast majority of whom are decent, law-abiding, upstanding employees.
Greenslade also revealed their strategic priorities for 2013.
Far too many persons in our communities have told us, Commissioner, despite the fact that you're arresting people, despite the fact that you're visible, despite the fact that the press is reporting good work, I don't feel safe. And so this fear of crime is the thing that we are going to have to pay significant attention to in 2013 and certainly going forward. Priority number 3 is positively engaging our young people.
Frank Geary, ZNS Network News.
Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance, Michael Halkitis, has given an update on the mortgage relief plan intended to assist some 1,000 homeowners whose mortgages are in arrears due to economic hardship. And although some banks have publicly stated that their customers have not qualified or applied for the program, Minister Halkitis said discussions with the Clearing Banks Association continue to ensure that their projected numbers are true to form.
Is we are meeting with the clearing banks to confirm that all of the assumptions underlying the numbers that we got from them are still true, so that we can move forward. We think it is the case, and we expect very shortly to be able to start dispersing some funds to bring people relief. The delay has been, as you know, with mortgages, there's some legal documentation that had to be prepared and it had to be vetted so that all of the banks can be using the same documentation.
Now, the deadline to apply for the mortgage plan is March 10th. And for persons who were denied from the mortgage relief plan, Halkitis said an appeals board has been established for those applications to be reviewed.
So far, we understand that 20 appeals are being reviewed by the appeals board, and they should be interviewing applicants this week. We had about just over 400, but I have to get that updated. That number is constantly changing. Okay. So what we have to do is, this is an evolving process, and it involves, when we first formulated the plan, it involved sitting around a table with the Clearing Banks Association, with the Central Bank and Ministry of Finance to hammer out this plan. We think it can work. And when we launched it, we said we would have to review it to do some adjustments. We are in the process of doing that, and so we'll keep the public updated.